The mental challenge of leadership in today's world is that how do they bring change without disturbing the order, and how they do not let order become status quo and stop their journey on path of change. This is, I think, the real key to success in future times, because if any society will not change, it will be fully marginalized or left behind. And if in its attempt to change, it became volatile, it became unstable, then again it will fail, and that change might prove to be counterproductive. So how do we balance the two? So therefore, in this framework of STAR that we are presenting, we are emphasizing two very important characteristics: stability and agility. Governance has to be agile to adapt, to take into its fold the challenges of innovation, the imperatives of change. At the same time, it should be stable to make sure that it does not compromise order in the society, and there is no conflict and there is no chaos in the society through that change. So this is, I think, the key for future. Acknowledging the need for stable, transparent and agile governance, we presented Vision 2025 during our tenure in 2013 that served as a comprehensive and aspirational roadmap for Pakistan's future development. We organized Pakistan Governance Forums 2014-15 to present our vision and have sustainable, substantiate discussions on it to get feedback by the participants from every walk of life. But again, all the work that we accomplished under Vision 2025 became victim of the change that we saw in 2018. Let me tell you that many people raise questions on the ability of Pakistan to perform. In 2013, when we came into government, the country did not have electricity for 16 to 18 hours. Not a day would pass when a suicide bomber will not explode in any part of the country, killing dozens of our countrymen. Karachi had become so insecure that if any person left home in the morning for work, his or her near and dear ones would start praying for his or her safe return in the evening. Economy had come to grinding halt. No investor was willing to invest in Pakistan because of the high political and security risk. It is at that time that Newsweek had put Pakistan on its title page as the most dangerous country in the world. We took Pakistan from that position, and within 3 to 4 years, PricewaterhouseCoopers was forecasting and projecting Pakistan to be on way to become 20th most powerful economy by 2030. All international investors were calling Pakistan among the 5 top emerging economies of Pakistan. In 67 years, we had installed 18,000 megawatts of energy. Within 4 years, we installed 11,000 megawatts of new power. In 67 years, we could hardly do over 1,000 kilometers of motorways. Within 4 years, we did more than 2,000 kilometers long motorways and highways in the country. Within 3 years, we were able to harness $29 billion investment under China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. Now, how did that happen? It could not have happened without having the right governance. Because for me, one-line definition of governance is ability of the system to set goal and achieve its goal. An ambitious goal and be able to achieve it. If you are unable to set an ambitious goal and realize it or achieve it, your governance is not working. So we demonstrated to the world that Pakistan is capable of delivering. Within shortest span of time, we delivered on each and every score. With Higher Education Commission, with the investments that we made, Pakistan even beat India, as far as I remember, in terms of the research articles that were coming out and published in 2017-18 in the international academic journals or international circuit of academics. So Pakistan was able to show that it has the capability to turn around. But then what happened? After the change happened in the country, we witnessed that there was turbulent economy, volatility in foreign relations, only negative sentiment in the country, targeting opponents, branding each and every opponent as Chor and Daku. Now, you know, countries cannot be run on mere rhetoric or mere hate-mongering in the country. You have to have your own vision. We had a vision, Vision 2025. We were very clear that what kind of infrastructure the country wants, what kind of investments we need, what sectors to prioritize, how to fix the energy problem, how to fix the security problem, how to fix the higher education problem, how to fix the technology issues. And we were able to show results in each and every area. But then for 4 years we only saw, मैं उसको नहीं छोड़ूंगा, मैं उसको अंदर करूंगा. I spent 2.5 months in a cell that is meant for those prisoners who are in the last stage of their death sentence. So for what? That, you know, I had just constructed a sports complex in my district which had been approved even before our government. So I just made the mistake of completing it. So governance is not about picking on your enemies or opponents. Governance is about inclusiveness. And we showed that way. When Peshawar incident happened, Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif called the entire leadership of the country, including Mr. Imran Khan, who was sitting in Dharna. With respect, the entire political leadership sat down, civil and military leadership sat down, and we charted a national action plan how to face terrorism eye to eye. And within 2 years, we defeated and eliminated the terrorist networks from our country. When the time came for China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, we invited the entire political leadership. 2 times Prime Minister invited the entire political leadership to have consensus, including Mr. Imran Khan, who was at that time agitating against our government and doing dharnas. We brought consensus on China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. As a result, when I took the delegation to China in 2016, all the chief ministers, including Mr. Pervez Khattak, were part of my delegation. That gave China a lot of reassurance. Dr. Malik used to go with us, that the whole nation is united behind CPAC. So when you have to govern, you have to have the ability to take even your worst opponents with you, so that there is inclusive governance. Because where we stand today, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you with my whole experience spread over 2-3 decades, that if today any leader, any party or any institution claims that they alone can fix problems of Pakistan, that person, that party or that institutions ought to consult a psychiatrist. The problems of Pakistan require a collective and collaborative action. Today, Pakistan can come out of this quagmire only through positive synergy, through which we all as Pakistanis act as Team Pakistan. That will take us forward. We have to develop the ability that we might have differences, but those differences cannot be bigger than our identity as Pakistanis. We may hold our own political opinions, but we must come together to work as one team in order to fix problems of Pakistan. We do not have to be same in order to be equal. We can be different, yet we can be equal. And if anyone does not recognize this fact, then that is not democracy. That is not pluralism. That is fascism. Because this is not an age of singularities. This is an age of pluralism, and this is an age of finding unity in diversity. So therefore, we as Pakistanis have to overcome this challenge where we have been fragmented, polarized to the core. We are not even willing to recognize other person who has different idea as same patriotic Pakistani as we are. We are all Pakistanis. We have different views. That's fine. That's normal. But that should not stop us from respecting others for having different views. So, ladies and gentlemen, today, as we embark for future, we have worked out a 5E framework to fix Pakistan's problems. The 5 E's that hold key to Pakistan's future are exports. How fast can we make Pakistan an export-led economy? We have failed in 75 years due to political turbulence, due to political instability. We could not structurally change our economy to become an export-led growth economy. We have largely remained an import-based economy. So whenever we import goods, we consume dollars, but we don't have capacity to earn dollars, so there is balance of payment crisis. So we must now become an export-led economy, and that requires restructuring our agriculture, our industry, our IT sector, our mining sector, our human resource and manpower export, so that we can fully exploit our potential and can go from $30 billion export to $100 billion in next 7 to 8 years. That is the only path of progress, development, and prosperity we have before us. So there has to be a war footing emphasis, there has to be an export emergency. Now to carry out this change, again, governance is the key. The second E is E-Pakistan. Pakistan must embrace the digital revolution, that is the new paradigm of development, and we have a young population that gives us great advantage to become a leading player in the new information and digital economy era. So with our youth, we can, if we give them the skills, they have the potential to make Pakistan an information power in next 10 years on the global landscape. So E-Pakistan again would require major governance challenges to overcome, whether it is cyber laws, whether it is infrastructure, e-infrastructure, whether it is e-commerce, whatever, all of those have many governance challenges. The third is environment, because we have a climate disaster in our region every year or few years. We are most vulnerable for climate change. So under environment, food and water security are key challenges.